What's going on, traders? Sandro O'Connell with Pristine Capital coming at you with yet another market recap video. It is September 1st, 2021. Hope you all had an awesome trading day. Today was one of my best trading days in a long time. I wore my favorite hoodie. This is my hoodie. Like, I wear this on like special occasions. Like if I'm seeing someone that I haven't seen in a long time and I'm like really happy, I always wear this hoodie. This is my absolute favorite. So on one of my best trading days I've had in a long time, I was like, I'm breaking this thing out. So today I'm going to keep it very short. I'm going to go through, really just what happened today in the market. I'll go through some of my trades for today as well. Before we jump into all that, quick risk disclaimer: nothing in this video should be construed as investment advice or recommendations. Please follow your own trading plan and your own risk parameters. Do not YOLO your entire account into any one of my trades. Don't YOLO into anyone's trades. That is not smart. Let's jump into the video. All right, team. So today it just all came together. So breadth on the indices. We'll go through our box scores. S&P 500 as measured by the SPY was up 0.05%. NASDAQ QQQ was up 0.17%. IWM small caps were our big winner. I actually played the small caps with some call options today. And then the Dow Jones was our big laggard, which was down 0.1%. You can see from the breadth, even though the S&P 500 closed the day, eked out a small gain, the breadth was actually negative at 48%. So that's a little bit of a divergence. And then the Dow Jones also had really poor breadth at 37%. And one thing I noticed was, the Qs and the IWM, they both closed well off the highs. But overall, a pretty positive day. And there were certain areas of the market that were absolutely ripping. So that brings us to our heat map. Let's take a look at some of the different areas of the market. So we had utilities very strong, real estate. The big tech names, wow, this is kind of odd. They were like booming throughout the day. Sorry about that, I got a text. They were booming throughout the day, and then they gave a lot back towards the end of the session. So let's actually take a look. We're going to pull up our headline indices. We're going to go with the S&P 500. And these are our ES futures. So ES, oh wow, and the futures are open for evening trade. Okay, cool. So I am recording this a little bit late. I was pretty much very in a cluster of just I don't know, I was feeling pretty crazy today. So it was actually very tough for me. I was just I need to, finish my recap video. And then after this, I'm going straight out to dinner with my girlfriend. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to go to dinner, get some drinks. It's going to be great. So S&P 500, yeah, we had overall second day in a row. This was a red candle. So a little bit of distribution going on, it seems. And yeah, we're opening up for futures slightly positive. We're still a little bit extended from this 20-day simple moving average. But yeah, really no change. And then NASDAQ, this one also very extended. And you can see that as we approach these new heights, the top is being sold every day. So to me, it looks like we might be getting some distribution / consolidation. We'll have to see what happens. But look how extended we are. I actually closed out a lot of risk today just because I was like, you know what? This has been a great sequence. If I close out some risk, I'm not going to care. I closed out some options positions and whatever. Still have my common stock positions on, but yeah, so we had the NQ and then the IWM. I traded this one, or the Russell, traded this one with some calls, and I closed those out into the end of the day as well. Russell's actually looking pretty solid, where we're above this new monthly value area, and the Russells had a nice move to the upside, and now we're getting this tight action in some consolidation right around this monthly value area high. So let's take a look. And then in addition, so the big story for today, basically big stories for today, China was huge. And I was very overweight China into this session. If you've been watching these videos, you already know I've been pretty overweight China. So overweight China, and then cryptocurrency boomed. Ethereum absolutely ripped. Oh my gosh, and it's ripping even further. Jeez. So Bitcoin is up 3.11%. And take a look at this, really nice action. I don't know why. Here, so you always have to reset them. So that's one thing I do not enjoy about Finviz. But yeah, let me just add these on. Okay, we got these. All right, so cool. All right, so Bitcoin. Yeah, this trend is looking really solid, and now we're getting this boost above the 20-day moving average. So yeah, looking really strong. But Ethereum, my lord. Oh my gosh, look at this. So Ethereum, also, if you've been watching my videos, I've been a mega bull on Ethereum, and I didn't get bullish on Ethereum. Like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, like, let me start posting about Ethereum now so it looks like I have a position in it or whatever. Because I know there's a lot of phonies out on FinTwit that do stuff like that. But yeah, I got bullish, down here, admittedly a bit early. I was actually underwater on my Ethereum position for a bit. But yeah, Ethereum is my biggest position in my portfolio. I have not trimmed any of it. And yeah, it just ripped today. So now we're so close to these prior highs, team. Look at this. So this is huge. We're very close to the prior highs. And one of the most bullish things an asset can do is make a new all-time high. So if we hit a new all-time high, I will be adding to my Ethereum. So that's, as counterintuitive as that is, imagine like adding to like Apple every time it made a new high, during its run, during the entire life of the stock. Imagine adding to Amazon every time it made a new high. Imagine adding to, all these different stocks, whatever. So yeah, Ethereum, this was the huge story. This was really what contributed a lot to my outperformance today. So yeah, great performance there. And then let's go through real quick. We're going to check out our sectors and style factors. All right, so sectors. So pretty important. Oh my gosh, so this is pretty weird. The FinTech fund went into one of the top slots. It's pretty odd. But yeah, so we had blockchain assets up again. KWeb, look at this, up 4.92%. Let's go. So within this group, we had a lot of strong stocks. And the one that I was most focused on today was Futu. Futu killed it. And let's take a look. So we have YOLO down here, MSOS, these cannabis names lagging. But other than that, there was a lot of strong areas of the market. So it's kind of interesting. Like the headline indices, you could see were barely changed. But a lot of these more speculative areas of the market were really shining today. So blockchain, biotech, emerging markets, internet and e-commerce, just absolutely destroying it. Style factors, international momentum was up 0.89%, our leader for the day. And then international value. So basically like anything in emerging markets was getting you paid, and cryptocurrency. So let's jump over here. Let's take a look. So we're gonna check out Futu because we just gotta talk about this one. Futu. So I got long some lotto calls. I got long the 100 strikes a couple days ago. I got long literally on August 23rd. And, Futu really popped to the upside, then it dropped down here. I held on to my lottos. I just, I knew I was sized for a max loss. And I was like, you know what, we're rolling with it. They reported earnings yesterday. I sat in on the earnings call. I listened to the entire call. I was like, I think this call was great. I looked at the results, and the results were amazing. It was like 200% revenue growth. Like everything was just insane. And yeah, like basically no movement yesterday, but I know from prior earnings releases from Futu, this one rarely moves on the earnings day. So look at this last one. It reported here, and then it went on, like a 30-40% run in the next coming weeks. So Futu is a very slow mover out of the gate, but if it reports good earnings, can make nice moves. Futu for today's session was up 14.92%. So I had my lotto position, and I was basically just peeling out of it throughout the trading day. So let's pull up here. Let's pull up some of these trades. So let's take a look. I'm gonna pull up. Okay, so this is when I was taking pictures to potentially put on the thumbnail for this video. So you'll have to excuse this. It's kind of funny. I just take like a bunch of pictures. I'm like so new to this. Yeah, I just take like so many shots. But anyway, so all right. So if we go to my trades, you can see that I did a bunch of trading activity. We're not going to go through all of it. We have Futu. So I was closing out my lotto position throughout the day. So I closed some out at 680. I paid 415. I closed more of it out at 970. So over 100% winner. And then I closed more for 1010. So that was like 150% winner. And then Pinduoduo is another one that I am long call options on for October. I did not close out my Pinduoduo calls. I got long these calls right here on August 23rd. And I got long the 100 strikes because I had this view like China is bottoming. Like it's literally bottoming. Like this day when KWeb and like Pinduoduo put in green candles, it was a day when the CCP announced like a bunch of new regulations. And I know that typically the way this works is markets bottom on bad news. So the fact that they made those announcements and the stocks went up, that was the big tell to buy call options. So I got long PDD, and yet PDD was another just ripper. So right now I'm sitting up, I think I'm up like 178% on my Pinduoduo calls. And what I did do with them though, instead of taking a target or taking some off, I diagonalized them. So I basically sold some shorter term call options on my PDD. So you can see that right here. So I sold the September 7th 120 calls against my October 100 calls. And I took in a credit of $1.43. The cost basis on my original position is now $3.97. So consider this. I have a cost base of $3.97. If Pinduoduo gets up to 120, which is my short strike, that's a 20-point spread there. So that means I would be going effectively from $3.97 all the way up to $20. So that I'm perfectly happy, if it gets there, missing some upside. And yeah, I did a bunch of trading today. So I was day trading Tesla. I had one winner, one loser. Tesla was my biggest winner yesterday. I day traded the small caps when they were still red. I bought them, pieced out of those. I day traded Twitter. But yeah, it was Pinduoduo and Futu really that just moved the needle for me. And Futu, I was basically sitting there like the entire day. And when this happened, I was like, all right, I was having a tough time like staying composed. Because it's actually very easy when you're trading and you're in like losing positions. It's really not that hard because you're just sitting there and you're like, all right, well, I got nothing to do. Like I'm losing on these, like either I'm keeping them or maybe I'm closing them out for a loss. When you're in these like explosive options positions, like I was in Futu September 3rd calls, you're kind of sitting there and you're like resisting the urge to close them out because what happens, like Futu could literally be up another 10% tomorrow, like for all I know. So what I did, I was like, this feeling that I have right now is so amazing right now that I was like, if it goes up further, like I don't even care. But if Futu's down like 6% tomorrow and all of a sudden my calls, they just lose a ton of value, that'll really affect me mentally. So what I did, I closed out my calls in full, took the winner. I was like, let's go. I'm taking that. And then I opened up an October 15th call spread. So I opened up the 110 by 120 call spread for $3.88. So basically like what I did was I had a big winner in this position and I took basically just part of the profits and I put them in a call spread. So even if I lose that call spread, it expires in October, I'll be like, all right, I still have like an amazing sequence of Futu. And then if Futu just rips tomorrow, I'll at least be like, oh, nice. Like I have a call spread on, I'm still going to make something from it. So that was like my happy medium. And the other thing too, like I'm competing in the 2021 investing championship. I have not been reporting my results for the past couple months because it was kind of psyching me out. So I really don't even know. I'm probably not going to report my results for September either. I'm probably going to wait until the end of the competition, which is, at year end. But I'm just like, all right, I'm in such a better spot. Like this just Ethereum boom and these China booms, like they just got me on like another level. So I'm pretty pumped. Like right now I'm sitting, I don't even know if I should say it. Jesus. Oh man, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say what I'm at, but yeah. So I feel good, at least for tonight. I'm just going to chill and have, a good night and just have like a nice dinner. have a couple of drinks. And that's really like the way that I'll celebrate the win. But to be honest, when you have days like this, a lot of times what I've noticed is the next couple days could be my worst days. Like you can have like a snapback or whatever. So that's why I was like, I'm taking off this food to risk. I was like, I'm not going to have like that emotion of like, and then I gave it all back or whatever. So I was like, no, I'm not even going to have that. I'm not even going to open the door for that to happen. So yeah, but when you have a nice sequence, like right now I'm pretty like, oh, like, you know, this is amazing, like whatever. Normally I'm not like that, but when you have a good sequence, like it's very important. Like I'm going to have dinner tonight and like tonight I'm just going to enjoy and be like, yeah, this was my big day, like whatever. But then once my head hits the pillow tonight, then it's just, all right, that was great. Now make sure you hold on to those gains. And then you're just, okay, now I'm back right in the center. Because you never want to go too far away from your center, like mentally. Because like if you're having losers, which, you know, that happens to me all the time as well. Like you have a bad sequence. Like a couple days ago, I had like, you know, a day where I was just feeling like garbage because I think I was like long these Chinese stocks, and then like the NASDAQ and all the American stocks just like ripped. My Chinese stocks did nothing. So you have days like that too. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's always just like a highlight reel. But when you have a good day where you're like, I feel like very proud of what I'm doing. Like I'm just going to go out. But then, yeah, you can't let yourself like, oh, now I'm just going to like change up my whole strategy, or now I'm going to do this. You don't want to have the style drift. You want to go right back to the center. So that's where I'll be tomorrow. But I'm actually going to leave the video off there. We're not going to go through any options flow, anything like that. If you've been watching these videos and you're considering signing up for the Pristine Capital trading community, you should definitely sign up. Honestly, like this, what we're putting together and what we're accomplishing here, this is something very different. So that's what I've been trying to build. Right now, the infrastructure is basically built out. We got our core members in the group. So yeah, you know, if you've been considering signing up, definitely go ahead and do so. That would just be awesome. Basically, what I'm trying to create is a really good community for active traders. If you're a professional trader and you're really good at what you do, I want you in the group. If you're a scratch trader and you're like, you know, I'm pretty much breaking even and like, you know, I want to take it to that next level, I want you in the group. If you're like a beginner, you can still be in the group, but only if you have like a great mindset. Like if you're coming in and you're just like, I want to make like a ton of money like really quickly, like whatever, like I can already tell like the group's just never going to work for you. So yeah, it's really all about the mindset. You know, we try to be very realistic. You know, trading is one of the toughest things in the world to do. So yeah, I just try to make it as realistic as possible. I try to be, you know, just very real, very transparent with everything I'm doing. And that's really like what the group is being built on. So yeah, that's my little infomercial for tonight. So sign up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please click the like button on this video. I really appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, I'm out for the night. I'm going to have some drinks. I'm probably going to get banged up tonight and just do my thing. But that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.